Welcome back. Today I'm going to be scrapping this. It's a 500 watt heater. It's able to be controlled by Bluetooth. You can see that it got kicked, so it's broken there. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, so I've got it pulled apart there. As you can see, there's a little number 2 copper, a little bit of brass, a bit more number 2 copper, some aluminum fins, aluminum heat sink. I can see a little bit of a transformer in there, some capacitors, a little bit of circuit board. Okay, so I got all the front of it taken off, and let's see what's in here. So, a lot of heaters. There's not much in them. You get a little bit of copper, some aluminum fins here. This one's slightly different because it is operated off Bluetooth, so I've got some circuit board in there. I don't know what else. I haven't opened it up. So I got a little number 2 copper. Another little bit of number 2 copper. All these fins here are aluminum. I find the best way to get those off is just cut and peel. So I'll do that in a minute. This wire runs through the heater. So the best thing to do with that is find it on the other end. Cut it. And you can pull it straight through. So you got another little bit of number 2 copper. This part here is it prevents the heater from overheating. They are full of a liquid, but you can see it's leaked out right there, so I will cut it. Okay, and I'll throw that in with the number 2 copper. What else we got here? So this is all tin, all shred. I got a couple small screws there. I think that's probably what's keeping the circuit board in there. So I'm going to just pop those out. Okay. Okay. Oh, I got another little bit of copper right there. It goes to the thermostat. So I just cut that there. Another little bit of number 2. The rest of that is mostly tin. So I'm just going to throw that in with the tin. Okay. So here I've got a little bit of circuit board. That's an aluminum heatsink. So I'm just going to take this off and see what's in there. I think it's just attached by plastic. So let's try to crack it off. I probably should be wearing my gloves. Yep. Okay, yep. I see where it's attached. Just try to snip it there. Perfect. And this here is mostly copper. This little part right here. So I'll take that off and I will throw that in with my number 2 copper. Okay, comes off pretty easy, or not. Usually whenever you have a big aluminum heatsink like that, you have one of these here because they do heat up a lot. So I got a little bit of aluminum. Don't know if that screws. No, that's tin. I'll throw that in my tin. So I'll throw that with the number 2. So we got a little circuit board here. So I'm just going to take a minute and depopulate that. And it's all copper. Sometimes you get aluminum wire, but this is all copper wire. So I'm going to take a minute and depopulate this and I'll tune back in. Okay, so I finished depopulating the circuit board, so that's what I've got left on it. I left the capacitors on. They are aluminum, but they're really not worth taking off, so I just leave them on. Extra weight for the circuit board. And I've got 3 little copper bearing transformers that I will take apart. I take apart everything just because I do this as a hobby, so time doesn't really mean that much to me, but for most people I think you would just throw it in your copper bearing. So now I'll just add everything up. Okay, I got 1.5 ounces of insulated copper. 0.2 3 ounces of number 2 copper. And not even a point of brass. Okay, I also got a little bit of copper bearing here. So I got an ounce of copper bearing. I probably am going to crack those open and take the copper out. Okay, and I also got another 3.8 ounces of aluminum. So in all, it took me about 2 minutes to scrap that, and I'll probably get a couple of dollars for it. So it's definitely worth scrapping your heaters. Okay, so I just pulled apart those transformers I found in there, and I found 0.3 ounces of copper in there. So definitely more than I would get from the scrap. All right, thanks for joining me again, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.